Yo, 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 peace, peace. We back in this motherfucker. We back up in here once again. What's good, bro? What's good? Peace, God. Peace, peace to the gods. Peace to the goddesses. Everything good? Can everybody hear me? Are the visuals clear and the sound clear? Is the visuals good and the sound good? Excuse me. Is everything good? A little laggy? It's a little laggy? Hold on. Let me make sure it ain't no start. It's chill now? Okay, got you. All right. All clear? All right. So right now we in front of the Staples Center. I got through, definitely. It's clear, definitely. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Just a little blurry. Okay, let me wipe the camera off a little bit. Wipe it off. Is it better now? Did that make it clear? So to catch a live. Yeah, they be lit, you know what I mean? See, this is gonna be a little different. We gonna it's good, all right. We're gonna leave the dark shit alone for a minute. We're gonna leave it alone for a minute. Because right now, what's coming through me, what's inclining me to speak is about what's going on in current reality. Man, we good as long as we can hear you. All right. So I'm gonna have the camera away from me for a couple minutes, and now I'll be switching it back and forth. So I'm just giving y'all some visuals of the Staples Center. For everybody who never been here, I'm just giving you some visuals. If you've never been here, I do a little walking around, so it's not just me preaching, you know what I mean? We'll give some nice visuals. We still in sunny LA. Sun is still shining bright. All right, cool, but it ain't about none of this. Well, actually, it is about this, because this is Microsoft Square. It actually is. This is about the digital reality. This is what I want to talk about. What's going on? What's going on, Talisa? That's my sister. She finally started watching my shit. It's about time. It's about fucking time, right? Motherfucker been putting in work. Appreciate you tuning in too. Now, what do I mean by the hidden reality? We're in the 21st century, right? What dominates the 21st century? Technology. But how many people actually knows how any of this shit works? What do I mean by that? Apology if the sun is kind of bright when I turn this way, because I'm trying to speak and look. I'm trying to do a bunch of shit at once. Now, what am I talking about? We all have phones or smartphones in our pockets, right? We all have computers and laptops and etc. But how many of us actually knows how any of this works? Even cars, homes, phones, all these things, right? But how many of us can actually break down how any of this works? Exactly. We all have a smartphone with Wi-Fi on it, right? How many people know how Wi-Fi works? How many people can actually sit you down and explain to you how Wi-Fi works? How many people can actually sit down and explain to you how Bluetooth works? How many people can actually sit down and actually tell you how a phone works? This is how you're able to connect with a person and talk to a person. Right? How many people can actually pop open the engine to their own car and explain every single piece in that engine and how it all connects together? The car that we drive in or you drive in every single day, how many people can actually break down the car? How many people can actually take you into their homes and break down, okay, this is how this home is built, this is the foundation, this is how everything is connected together, this is how the electricity flows? Why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing this up because this is the hidden reality that we all are consumers of. Because this is what we work hard for. You work hard to be in a nice neighborhood, right? You work hard to move away from the city so you can be somewhere up in the mountains, or be somewhere by the beach, or be somewhere in the woods, so that, you know, you can be away from the madness. But people can't even explain to you what that means. What are the benefits of living in the woods? What are the benefits of living by the beach? What are the benefits of living in the mountains in terms of how it affects the body, more so than your mind? Okay, you're getting good visuals, but how many people actually know, yo, what's up, hey. How many people actually know how any of this shit works? Now, I'm giving y'all these visuals. You see it's technology all around this motherfucker, right? How many people can explain how this shit is working right now? What is the name of the person who knows how to program this shit and knows how to piece this shit together? Do we know how any of this is working? It looks nice. You know, people come here, spend mad money. You know, they go to the Staples Center, right, to be entertained. But how many people know what kind of brick this is? What kind of material this is? How many people know, let me go up to this, what material this is? Love you, I love you too. No doubt about that. Right? This is stone. I'm feeling it right now. This is stone. How many people pass this and, you know, they want to take pictures of this, they see the basketball. I don't even know who this is. Whoever this is. But how many people actually know how any of this works? Why was this type of stone chosen? What type of stone is this? What type of stone is this? Right? What type of stone is this? I can keep going on. So what am I saying? We're in the matrix, but it's still hidden. It's still hidden. Just because you think you opened your third eye or you know about frequencies and vibrations and all this shit, all this spiritual Eastern philosophy, you still have no idea how reality works. How many people can pop open their own computer and explain each and every component? However, the people who actually do know how to do these things are the ones truly hacking the matrix. For example, the reason why, let's go into music, why the record labels and music is changing and why people are becoming more independent and why everything is shutting down is because people learned how to do things by themselves utilizing the internet. That's another thing. How many people know how the internet works? We know how to use it, but how does it work? How is one computer connected to another computer? What's the science behind that? Let me give you some background. Let's go to the 19th century. Let me see if I can turn this around. All right, here I am, looking like a fucking sage. But anyway, let's take it to the 19th century. Actually, this way is better. Yeah, these visuals is better, right? All right. Let's take it to the 19th century. Yeah, I don't know which way to look. I'm still getting used to this shit. I think this is the right direction. I think if I look this way. Yeah, okay, I look this way. Let's take it to the 20th century. The 19th century, excuse me. Which was the 1800s. Most cities that we in were founded around this time. California, for example, was founded in 1781, I believe, somewhere around there. So all the ancient structures that we see in these cities around America were built in the 1800s. Most of them, like, you know, I'm pretty like the White House and things like that. Most of that started in the 1800s. That means the way they were thinking in the 1800s, what were they thinking? What was their philosophy? What were they studying? Natural science and ether. What do I mean? We know about ether, right? But the study of ether was at its prominence as they called the, what do they call it? They call it the Renaissance era or the Renaissance, right? If you research the Renaissance, their whole philosophy was natural science and the study of ether. What is another name for ether is melanin. Dark magic, chaos, whatever you want to call it. They were studying this shit up close. And natural laws and natural physics. Put my headphones back in. Right? Now, going into the 20th century, what was the main thing about the 20th century? The law of attraction. The law of attraction dominated the 20th century. 100 years before the movie The Secret came out, that's when the law of attraction first came in. 100 years, because everybody started getting on when The Secret came out. But they've been talking about the law of attraction for 100 fucking years before motherfuckers even thought about The Secret. I know. Just let me turn the camera around. Let me turn it around. I'm not doing this shit to be pretty. Now, ponder on that for a minute. The law of attraction has been known for over 100 years before it became public knowledge. This was a thing that was being studied amongst the geniuses of the times. So, when the internet came along towards the end of the 20th century, going into the 21st century, which is the current century, we are now in the digital age where the internet is king. You can make more money on the internet than you can make physically. Now, you don't have to rent out stores and locations. You can just broadcast and live stream right online, straight off your phone. You don't have to rent out a space and pass out flyers and advertise yourself and spending mad money. You can use your smartphone right in your pocket to promote and advertise yourself or your events and your businesses. You can use Facebook, you can use social media, you can use all these tools that we have available to us that nobody really understands how they work. We use them, but we don't have knowledge of how they work. Ever play Mirror's Edge? Our society is headed towards that scenario. I have not played that. Oh, actually, you're talking about, is that the game where I think you play as a Asian lady, like hopping buildings? Is that the game you're talking about? Like you kind of hopping off of rooftops? I believe that's the game. If that's not what it is, okay, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Her name is Faith. Okay. See, I caught on. I never played it, but you see, I still had knowledge of what you was talking about, and that's what I'm talking about. Although I never played it, I caught on immediately once you said that. Now, what am I talking about? What's the whole point? Because I don't want to be on here too long. This is what's going through me at the moment. This is what I feel I needed to express before my mind starts going into other places. Let me see how to say it. Very, very few of us have true knowledge. True knowledge is hidden. All this Eastern shit isn't the true knowledge. All this, my third eye is open. You don't even know what the fuck that means. Because if your third eye was truly open, if you understand the third eye is truly your pineal gland, and to open your pineal gland, this is getting your pineal gland to secrete DMT. DMT is secreted while you are in the dream states, which makes your dreams vivid. DMT also can be used as a drug to have a profound experience, spiritual or unspiritual, depending on who and what you are. That in and of itself should be enough. You don't need to talk about nothing mystic. This is simply reality based upon the 21st century. What do I mean? We got the number 2 and we got the number 1. 21, which breaks down to 3. What do I mean? What's the number 2? The number 2 is the moon. Let me turn it back around. All right. Number 2 is the moon. Number 1 is the sun. The 2 is in front of the 1. What is the moon? The moon is your third eye. If you base your chakras on the planets, the moon will be the third eye, the sun will be your pituitary gland or your crown chakra. So what does that mean? If the 2 is coming before the 1, that means the third eye is dominant and the crown is secondary. What does that mean? That means the third eye rules. The pineal gland, the DMT, that's, you can stimulate, to open your third eye means to stimulate your pineal gland so that it secretes DMT. That's it. Without all the extra shit. That's on just a pure basic level, that's what it means. If your pineal gland is secreting DMT, it's opened on the most basic level. Magic mushroom, DMT, LSD, all that. It don't matter. Whatever, you can do it naturally or unnaturally. It don't matter. Whatever. That's it. When people start talking about all this spiritual shit, that's when we get lost, because none of this helps you in the physical plane. What do I mean? This whole video I've been talking about shit that most people have no idea how any of this shit works. But everybody knows about the third eye and talking to spirits and traveling dimensions and astral traveling and all this shit, right? But the moment I start talking about technology and something practical, something that can actually earn you some money and something that you can, if you want to work for other people, those are the positions that are open, to be a coder, to be a programmer, to be, what is it called? People that know how to do animation, like I showed you over here, people who know how to piece all this shit together. These are the people who are, in positions to really make real money, or the people who know how to piece this shit together, who understand social media. Is it a lot of people that are around to do what you do? I don't know. I don't go around looking for people like me. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let me get back to the point. Let me turn the camera around. You walk over here a little bit. Now back to what I was saying. The 2 is before the 1. The moon is before the sun. That means the third eye is dominant in the 21st century. Because, you see, everything that we think we know is hidden. Everything that I'm explaining is hidden to the average person. The average person out here consumes. The average person out here, they're going to get the iPhone when it drops. They're going to get the new car when it drops. They're going to get the new laptops and the new MacBooks and the new Windows. They're going to get all that, right? Because they got the money to do so. But they don't know how any of this shit works. They just want to be trendy. That's the thing. They want to be trendy, not educated on how any of this works. Why is it important to know how these things work? Because if you understand how these things work, you understand that all the 21st century is based on spiritual information. As I was just talking about earlier, in the 19th century and the 20th century were the foundations of the 21st century. The 21st century is the first century to be completely digital or spiritual. This is the first time where the digital or the spiritual is more prevalent than the physical, as I just said. The third eye is more dominant than the crown. Meaning you can know who you are. You can know where you come from. You can know about your history. You can know about all this stuff, right? But if you don't have knowledge of how the third eye works, you're not going to get anywhere. Meaning, because the 21st century is dominated by technology. Cars are technology. This is technology. This is technology. This is technology. This is technology. So you can be from the planet fucking Sirius or Draco or the sun constellation of Draco. But if you don't understand how this motherfucking technology works, if you don't understand the language of electricity, None of that matters. Again, 21. The moon rules over the sun. What happened? What do you mean what happened? Everything good? Can everybody still see clearly and hear me clearly? Did anything mess up? Or did you just pop into the chat room? What do you mean what happened? It paused, a lag? What do you mean? Never mind, it's good. Okay, gotcha. So you see this? They building. All the electrical devices are based off the human body and its functions. To a certain degree. Because it expanded beyond that now. Meaning we understand that the foundations are based on human anatomy. The moon was in front of the sun, boom, 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 boom. People saying it froze, but it came back. So I'm guessing that the visuals are good now. Right. That's what I'm saying. For the people that are into digital currency as well. Not just Bitcoin, just digital currency, period. How many people know how digital currency works? See, people know about Bitcoin because of the stocks and, one Bitcoin is worth, I think, maybe thousands of dollars now. And people want to invest in it. But how many people can break down how digital currency works? They know what it does. It's like, you can have transactions and it can't be traced by the government. They understand the benefits of it. But how many people know how this shit works? Now, the reason I'm showing you these visuals is because these businesses are building, right? Where are they collecting their wealth from? They are collecting their wealth from the digital world. This is a digital world that's building these empires. It's not the physical world. The physical world, it ain't too much wealth just going around like it used to. Yeah, people are still buying cars every day. People are still buying phones every day. But it's not, the true money and the true wealth is online in the 21st century. It may not have been that way in any other century, but we're talking about current events. If we're talking about what's real in today's times, in 2017 going forward, it's about the digital age. That's why all the futuristic cars and all the new cars, they're looking more space-like and more alien-like and more foreign. Because that's the way, the direction the world is going based off of the mathematics, the 21 going into the 3. Now, what is the 3? The 3 is Jupiter. What is Jupiter? Jupiter is about high science. It's about philosophy. It's about, you can say the college level of information. The shit that you have to go to college for, or the shit that you have to teach yourself. And this is exactly what's going on, because if you don't have knowledge of everything that I'm speaking of, what power or what security do you truly have? If you have no idea what's going on in the world around you. We have no idea. This is why nobody, again, what material is this? Who knows what material this is? Who knows what material this is? Who knows what material this is? Who knows any of this? Do you believe some of the technology we have today since the internet was made by ETs? That sparked the thought. I was going to go into that. Now, people ask, where did this come from? Did aliens come and bless us with technology, or bless us with the internet and bless us with all these things? I don't think so. What I think happened is a group of geniuses got together. If you read Napoleon's Hill to Think and Grow Rich, you know what I'm talking about, the mastermind group. And where he got it from, Charles Hannell, the master key system, read that shit too, for those who want to go even further back. See, the further back you go, the more technical the information is. Now, to me, a collective, group came together and just they may not have said, okay, we about to come together and find out what's the next big thing. They may have just been getting together on a regular basis, and that just came from a result of it. When you, again, just imagine when you're with your friends or with your business associates and basically people who are on the same frequency as you, and y'all are just having the conversations. There are things that you're able to pull right out of the air and like, oh shit, I was just thinking about that. Oh, that's the perfect idea. That makes perfect sense. It's shit like that. It's just people who come together with like minds making new discoveries. There is no limit. They made a new discovery. And we see the results of it now. The internet and the digital age is king. Is it stuttering? It says taking a long time. Is it stuttering? Is it smooth? Seems clear to me. Everything seems smooth. Again, I'm just giving y'all a visual so you ain't got to stare at my face all fucking day. You know what I mean? California is a real beautiful place at the end of the day. They started with the TV, and once people were out and more about, they gave us smartphones, so we're always connected. The ETs live in their own advanced matrix. See, the whole thing with the ETs and the advanced matrix, the matrix is the matrix. And again, hold on. It's poor connection, so I guess if I walk down here, okay, let me go over here. See if the connection is better. If it says poor connection, this may be just over here. So let me walk over here. Give me 1 second before I start talking so everything gets smooth. Get over here. All right, give me 1 second. Get to a better spot. Alright, hold on, I think is the video a little choppy? It's saying it's a little choppy, so give me 1 second so we can make sure this shit is smooth and clear. So everybody see what I'm saying, they can hear me smoothly. Just walk down. Alright. Is it still choppy? But if it's still choppy, I can just walk back the other way, because it ain't no point of being around here if it ain't smooth. But hopefully y'all are getting these visuals anyway for people who never been out here, who's thinking about coming out here, who just never really seen it up close. From this angle, you know, from this personal angle. So y'all let me know, was the connection better over there? Or is it okay here? If it's better over there, I'll walk back over there. If it's okay here, I'll stay right here. Y'all let me know so it'll be smooth and clear. It's cool? All right. Stay there. Okay. Well, it's telling me poor connection. So if it's clear and y'all can hear me clearly, then yeah, I'll stay right here. So the visuals are good and my voice is clear because it's telling me poor connection. But if it's not a problem, yeah, I'll stay right here. So it's no lag, no stutter. Y'all let me know. Better there? Okay. All right, well, it is what it is then. I'll just keep going. All right. Now going back to the alien question. Let me turn the camera around. All right. So this is how I look amongst people. You see how I stand out like a sore thumb. You know what I mean? But I do this shit on purpose. Now, in terms of advanced matrices and ETs and aliens and them having advanced technology and them helping us to advance and evolve, Peace, let it be known if you come to Connecticut, brother. I think I passed through Connecticut, did I? Yeah, I've been to Connecticut, actually. I think I got pictures and all that. But yeah, like when I travel, I'm gonna let people know ahead of time. So definitely stay in tune with the videos and the Facebook posts and all that. So any travel, anything else, will definitely it'll be known way before it happens. Now getting back to the thing, in terms of advanced societies and aliens and them helping us, the reason why I don't really like to go there is because it's too broad of a topic for us to really solidify anything. What do I mean by that? You can say, is this group, is that group, they came from over here, they came from over there, they're this old, they're this young. There's really not, it's not enough concrete evidence for us to really, for everybody to agree, all right, this is what happened. So let me turn it over. Right? So y'all can look at these people's faces. You know what I mean? Y'all see the outfits and all that. Just getting y'all a vibe of just how Cali motherfuckers do. Skateboards, you know what I mean? Staples Center. It is what it is. Now, getting back on point. It's not enough evidence. It's not enough concrete evidence for us to really say, you know, it's too much recklessness. Some shit may be true, but some shit may be complete bullshit. And who knows where the line can be drawn. They definitely not robots in Cali. Yeah, it is what it is. See, art is appreciated more here. Like you bound to walk anywhere in LA and see graffiti everywhere because it's more accepted here. As opposed to New York. The only place you will see graffiti is like on moving trucks. And you have to go to back alleys and shit, and you know, places that don't get clean, they don't spray over. So the art is definitely a higher appreciation. The frequency in and of itself, you know, with the palm trees and just the people, yeah, you're gonna smell weed on every block, every corner. Even though you're not technically supposed to smoke it in public, but I mean, I've yet to see a person get a ticket for smoking some herbs, so the police don't really bother you too much with that. So like if you are a smoker, you can do that in peace. You ain't got to worry about too much shit. That's why I prefer Cali. Then you see you get sunlight every day. If you saw my videos in New York, you see it wasn't really too much sun. You know what I mean? You had it like 1 day a week. You may get clear sun 1, maybe 2 days a week. So that's why it's a balance. But I'm like, it has to be that way because Cali is closer to the equator. So you're going to get way more sunlight than, you know, New York is all the way, you know, in the far east. Although, you know, I would say New York is a little bit more advanced, but it's cold and it ain't real sunny. You know what I mean? So, and right, people are more liberal here, you know what I mean? So people, you know, in the higher ups, everybody's smoking, you know what I mean? So people who, even the people who are the higher ups, the people you don't even think would smoke, everybody smoke, it's legal. You know what I mean? So you can't really look down on people when you over here in the West. They may still do that shit elsewhere where weed is still illegal, but you can't really look down on people because majority of the people that voted for it to be legal. So that means majority of the people here are okay with herb. So that means nobody's looking at it as a problem. The new Pac movie, of course. The two biggest movies that I see is that Mummy movie. I was talking about the Mummy movie on Facebook and I connected with a guy and all that, then the Tupac movie. And yeah, and of course, but even before that, even before the Tupac, it's like, it's still the same energy. You still gonna hear Pac being banged every day, even before they announced it was a movie being made. Because we already, if you watch my video called Machiavelli Magic, I already broke down why that is. So definitely go watch that if you haven't seen that. Not choppy, they need to lower their quality, no buffering. Okay, as long as the quality is good, it's all good then. So, that was really it. This is really just to spark the thoughts. Master the language of electricity. Because I guarantee most people with the smartphone in their pocket, you know, when they advertise, okay, let's reconnect. Okay, we back. My bad, I slipped up. But what I was saying was, what do you think about Denver? What's the vibe like there? I'm in Korea, I agree, wish I could run more into you, so inspired. Yeah, I'll be out here. You see, I'm not scared to meet motherfuckers. Motherfuckers are scared to meet me. And that's real shit. Because the motherfuckers who have met me, it's been a couple, but they're brave. You know what I mean? We be risking our lives. I just say that much. If you've been fortunate enough to chill with me, you know you did some life-changing shit. And everybody who's met me can attest to that. Your life was changed, not because of me, just because of the overall experience. But everybody's not ready for that. You know what I mean? Everybody is not ready to have that type of experience, so it ain't for everybody. You been to the Bay? I haven't been to the Bay yet. Definitely plan on going there soon. What I think about Denver? Denver was cool just because I was able to walk into a shop and buy some weed. You know what I mean? I ain't had to, it was no problems. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I wasn't there for too long, but from the couple, I was there maybe an hour or two. But from what I've seen, I like it because I was able to walk. There's people around. They help you get to wherever you want to get to. And it's pretty, you know, it's the West. It's Colorado, like just passing through Colorado and just the scenery, the nature there. I plan to like live in Colorado, like, you know, as I advance and I get further because I like the nature. I like the natural element. You know, it's a bunch of trees. It be snow all in the mountains. You see this, you seen the picture on my Facebook. I'll put it up. So Colorado, like as a, you know, alchemical. Oh, let me get over here. Colorado is that place. I like Colorado, you know, just from a strictly alchemical level. What's your favorite tattoo? Hold on. Let me turn this around. I actually have no tattoos. I don't have any tattoos. And my whole thing was I didn't want to get anything on my body that somebody else had. So I said if I was to get a tattoo, it had to be an original creation, like something that I drew up myself and I just had somebody do it for me. So as of now, I have no earth magic on me. If y'all can even understand that. I live in Colorado and absolutely love it. Yeah, definitely shout out to you. Colorado was actually one of the most beautiful places that I've seen. What's the black ring on your hand? Hold on. Somebody asked me what's the black, so let me turn this camera around and give you an up close. This is Tuscan. All right, see if you can see this shit clear. This is Tuscan. You know what I mean? If you hit a motherfucker with this, they're gonna bleed. You know what I mean? That's all I gotta say. They're gonna fucking bleed. Not that that has anything to do with anything, but this answers your question. Hold on. Are you going live on Instagram? I deleted my fucking Instagram like months ago. I made another one, but I haven't posted anything on it yet. I'm just rebuilding. I just deleted it to get all that old shit off there. So I'm gonna definitely do a whole nother Instagram. But as of now, it's just Facebook Live and YouTube Live. That's it. So if you don't have me on Facebook, then you got me here. So you get it either way. So let me see. Boom, 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 boom. My 12-year-old, send him a shout out. My 12-year-old. Shout out to your 12-year-old Moon Spirit. Shout out to your 12-year-old, definitely. That's no problem. Tupac's mom died speaking about that funeral. I don't want to see it. Oh, okay, that's okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. See, people spoke. Okay, so Tupac's mom died. Basically, you can say now people, oh, that was a blood sacrifice for the movie. Maybe so. But what better way is there to die than, you know, and to honor your child, right? What better way is there to die? See, I don't automatically just start looking at this shit from a negative perspective because we are all still in control of our lives. Can't nobody make you do shit. You know what I mean? So, do you have Sun, Pluto conjunction? I think so. Yeah, I do actually. So if you was able to notice that, then yeah, I do. What happens immediately after physical death? What happens? Let me see if I can describe it. It's like, let me see. It's just kind of hard to hold this, hold on, without, okay, but I don't want to drop it again. What happens after physical death? It's like everything that you think would happen, happens. For example, meaning, you know how some people say they see a light? You will see a light. And it's like it's complete darkness surrounded by a beam of light. And you can either go towards the light or you can go towards the dark. Like basically anybody who's ever did shrooms or DMT or LSD know exactly what I'm talking about. Or hopefully, I guess if you are of the correct mindset and you study this shit up close. Because when I did shrooms, I couldn't believe that I was still alive. I did it recently. Shout out to you. Y'all know who y'all are. Who, you know what I mean? That shit say, my recent shroom experience saved my life. Because I was, you know what I mean? I be going through all this shit. Sometimes even I need a break. So I had to take a little break, slow down, recharge. But if you ever did shrooms, actually, yeah, but instead of me just telling you do shrooms and you will see exactly what death is. You will die. You die on shrooms, but you don't physically die. You mentally and spiritually die. So take some shrooms and you will see exactly what death is immediately. I want to help everybody get money. Can we all get it? That's what I'm telling you. Learn the electrical language. Learn how all this shit works, and you will never have financial problems. But the only reason people have financial problems is because they don't know how shit works. They're only consuming it, which is what the whole point of the video. You're just extracting. You're extracting resources and not giving anything back because you don't know what could you give back? You don't know how anything works. That's why people are hurting out here, because if you don't know how any of this stuff works, and this is the way the world is going, you're just being left behind. You know what I mean? So it's up. You have to utilize your mind and learn this electrical language. That's how you can, you ain't gonna have no problems. You ain't got to be rich, but you ain't got to be fucked up either. Do you need ganja, any substance to get high? Fast. Do a 3-day fast. You will be high just like you would think you smoke. Like right now, today I'm fast. I'm gonna fast for the next few days. Like this whole day I've been fasting. No food, no water. Whole day. And you see I'm still talking, I'm still alert. I'm still making fucking YouTube videos. You know what I mean? So do a 3-day dry fast. No food, no water. If you brave, if you can handle it, and you will be higher than you ever been. You may even get real close to death. But if you want to know about death, then study that shit. Dark closet high, so we have to use the bathroom outside. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, definitely complete darkness. Complete darkness. If you're not gazing at the sun while you're high, be in complete darkness, because being around artificial light it hurts your third eye. You know what I mean? So you're just sitting in the fucking room doing what? Playing fucking video games and watching TV? Get the fuck in the closet and really explore within yourself, or gaze into the sun, and so you can translate some information that's being given to you. Don't waste your highs. That's my message of the day. Don't waste your fucking high doing bullshit. Sun gaze, or go into complete darkness. What you teach really does work, I know firsthand. It's because I do it. I'm not telling anybody nothing I never did. This is why I struggle, this is why I'm out here right now. I'm out here doing experiments to see what works, see what doesn't work, see what's real, see what isn't real. So when it's all said and done, I can say I did it myself, so I know that's real. So when I pass it along, and when people ask me, yo, what was your experience? I can tell you something. I'm not, I just read it in the book. That ain't enough. I have to have actual experience. It's because I've been dedicating my life to this. I have actual experience. I may not be the dude riding around with the fancy car and the big house and all this stuff, but I have actual experience. And it's up to you to weigh which one is more important. Tips on being your most authentic self. Smoke in the fucking dark. Go into a closet, smoke, and learn who you really are. Take away the distractions. The only reason we don't know who we are because we're distracted. Gaze into the sun or go into the darkness and you will know who and what you are. There will be no speculation. You will know what's going on. It's easy. You just get away from the bullshit. You will be able to really see clearly in complete darkness. What's my favorite book? Oh man. You're just like the movie Limitless. I did see that movie. That movie was excellent. It was an excellent movie, you know, if you know how to read it and decipher it. But that definitely was an excellent movie. But my favorite book would be either The Gospel of Hip Hop by KRS-One, The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill, The Master Key System by Charles Hannell. So you know, I don't really read too many fictional books. Like I grew up reading Harry Potter because I'm looking at it's a Harry Potter banner right over here. But like my first introduction to books, like Harry Potter, that's probably why I am the way I am and believe in all this shit. Because I was fucking grew up on that Harry Potter shit. Turns out the shit is real, right? It's a mind fuck. It fucked my whole shit. I'm like, yo, this shit is really, not saying that people flying around on broomsticks, but mind is all. It's the secrets in the game within the movie. I think about 30 days ago, I actually watched the first Harry Potter movie for the first time, and I was just taking notes. I may even do a video about it, I don't know, but that was just something I was doing on a personal level, and I was just taking notes as I was watching the movie. And it was like, you know, it was just some completely other shit. Is Cali realer than Florida? This is the difference between Cali and Florida. Florida is flat. Cali is hills. Right? Now, you decide for yourself what that means. If you like to be in the hills, you like to see hills, you like to be elevated, you like to be up around mountains and hills, Cali is better. But if you like a flat surface, Florida is better. It just depends. To me, I prefer Cali. I like being up high in the hills. I prefer that. I like hiking. I'm not saying it's not there in Florida, but I prefer Cali. And you know what I mean? Like it's spiritual to me. Like the last time I seen my grandparents in okay health, you know what I mean? They said a prayer. I'm like, yo, I'm going to Cali. And all they did, they just wished me well. And I went to Cali, and that was the last time I seen them alive. The last time I seen my grandparents, they knew. They were like, yo, you gonna be all right in Cali. You know what I mean? So that was like their last words physically, like me looking into their eyes. So it's like, it's more than just me being in Cali. Like this is I don't know. My grandparents definitely revealed a lot of information to me in a non-physical way. I don't really know how to explain that shit. Like I still learn from them today because I have memories of them, and as I grow older, I start to learn and I remember shit that I didn't understand as a child. You know, I guess anybody who had parents and grandparents, you like conversations that you may have had and didn't understand, but you understand as you grow older. Like I have a lot of that now. Can you talk about the clip off? Well, I didn't want to talk about dark shit in this video, but since you asked, I will answer your question. Study Cthulhu. Study Cthulhu. Chant Cthulhu. Smoke some weed or some guy. If you don't smoke, take your little sip. And just chant Cthulhu. And study Cthulhu. Put the image of Cthulhu up somewhere so you can see it. Cthulhu, 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 chant Cthulhu, Cthulhu, Cthulhu. If you really want to see some real dark, black shit, smoke you some herb, chant Cthulhu, Cthulhu. Read about Cthulhu, and you know, it's an image of an octopus, a bat, and a human. Read about the animal totems of the bat and the octopus. And just go through this cycle as you are in your spiritual zone. If you don't smoke, fast for a couple of days and study Cthulhu. And allow Cthulhu to navigate you through the clip off. And so you will have a personal experience. Spelling, I don't fucking know. Just type the shit on Google. That's the only thing spelled like that. I think it's Cthulhu or some shit. That may not be wrong, but if you type some shit like that in Google, it'll correct it for you. I keep having dreams about a snake or dark shit. Well, do you have a dream dictionary? Go online, type in dream dictionary, and see what it means to dream about snakes. You know what I mean? So definitely make the dream dictionary a part of your life. If you really, for those who are into decoding dreams, have you a dream dictionary, but then understand more about the animal in and of itself. Like, do you have a personal connection to snakes, or is it just something random? So you gotta piece together. So use that as a reference, but not the only reference. Use your own personal experiences with snakes and how you feel about them, and all that. So put all these things together, and create something unique and something new. That's the whole point. The whole point is not to be strictly dependent on the dream dictionary or a single book or a single experience. You're supposed to piece it all together and create something original and something unique. We are in the 21st century. It's all about creating from the new. All these previous laws and all these things that used to not be cool are cool now. This is the first year that weed has been legal. 2017, this is the first year that weed has been legal in any state. So we already know what it is. Even though people have been smoking for 100 years, it came from Mexico. See, a lot of people don't really agree with smoking weed because that's not how it's naturally used. They would use it for healing purposes, but the Mexicans brought that from Mexico, and the Americans caught on to it. The natives of the land caught on to it, and we just been smoking ever since. So we've been smoking, I think it's since the Mexican Revolution. I think that was in 1901. Since the Mexican Revolution, we've been smoking that shit. You know what I mean? So peace. Shout out to the Mexicans for bringing us that jewel of smoking this shit and expanding our minds. That's the blessing from them. If you didn't know. You see how I put a lot of history on motherfuckers so you can see, like, this ain't no made up shit. This is, history actually matters when you piece it together with the spiritual shit. I wasn't the type of person that liked history either until I started fucking with the spiritual shit, and it helps me put things into proper perspective. You get what I'm saying? So that's what it is. I'm hearing you. Which is more effective, mantras or switch words? You try it. They both work, but as what's more effective, you will have to see for yourself. One day do mantras, the next day do switch words, and you see for yourself which one was more effective. Because it may be different for you than it is for me or anybody else, but it's fully within your power to experience with both of them. Try it all. Try whatever you find. Something will work for you better than something else for whatever reason. So you have to see that for yourself. What is expanding your aura is expanding your light. What do you mean? What do I mean by light? Light is basically, you can say, where people are able to feel you before they see you. What do I mean? Like, for example, they say gurus are able to expand their aura, and like basically their presence takes up the whole room. Like, if they're sitting having a lecture, their presence take up the whole room. That's them expanding their aura. Expanding your aura is just expanding your light. And light is based off of information and based on knowledge. As you expand your knowledge, your wisdom, your understanding, you expand your light. And when you expand your light, your aura expands naturally, so that it protects you. That's why I'm not gonna say bad shit is gonna happen to you anyway. It's just life. But it's about your perspective. So it's not about what happens, it's about what do you think about it. Do you allow it to take you to hell, or do you allow it to take you to heaven? Remember, the mind is all. So it's about your own perspective. Who was the original Mexicans? Blacks, Indians, white, or Asian? What are you talking about? White or Asian? Come on, man. Come on, man. Original Mexicans were all, well, I'm not going to say all shades, but shades. You know, you had some dark-skinned Mexicans, and you had ones that were very light. You have some with straight hair. You have some with curly hair. Same thing with the natives. I'm not going to call them Indians because that's a later term. But the natives of America, you had some that were dark like me. You had some that were lighter than me. Like, my grandmother was lighter than me. You know, my great-grandmother was lighter than me. She looked like a native. You get what I'm saying? So some had straight hair, some had curly hair. So there was just like no one original motherfucker. I don't really like using Indians, because when you use Indian, you think about something that ain't. You know, that's, again, you gotta do your history to even feel me on that. But when I say natives, I'm talking about everybody who was over here. Not just dark, not just lighter. Again, all shades, all everything. It wasn't just one tribe. There were many tribes. There were tribes in New York, just like it was tribes in Cali. And sometimes they got along, sometimes they didn't get along. Sometimes they fought and killed one another. Sometimes they were at peace. You get what I'm saying? Just life. You know what I mean? Aboriginals. Okay. I would say, yeah, I would use that term. Yeah, Aboriginals. Cool. Saying that to say, we knew what the fuck the deal was. We smoke our shit. So everything that we do, we've been doing. This ain't nothing new. There is no question why we do what we do. This is in our history. This is in our DNA. Somebody didn't just pick up a blunt one day and smoke it and, yo, everybody needs to try this. We've been doing this for well over 100 years. And shit, who knows how long they've been doing that shit in Mexico. And again, pretty much you can say, shit, LA is Mexico. You know what I mean? It's majority Mexicans, but it's respect. As long as you respect the culture, you good. As long as you're not walking around feeling like you better and you know what I mean? Fuck all that shit. Everybody speak from your heart and live from your heart, and people will feel you. It's as simple as that. That's why you see with Tupac. Tupac was dark skinned, but you got Mexicans blasting his music every day because they felt his heart. So, you know what I mean? Don't get caught up with the skin tone and all that extra shit. See, people want to be on that black supremacy or white supremacy or this supremacy. Fuck all that bullshit. Respect people, and you will be all right. Don't give a fuck what color, what creed, where they come from, what they think. Respect people, and you ain't gonna really have no problems. It's only when you feel like you better, that's when you start to have problems. It's like, now you're being disrespectful. So, you know what I mean? That's just a quick little shit in there. Tips for getting out of a low vibration and creating a residual. Fast. If you're in a low vibration, do a 3-day fast, no food, no water. If you can handle that, your vibration will be completely different. And create a sigil, find a sigil or find a deity that you want to work with and draw a sigil. There's a sigil for pretty much every deity, every entity that you can work with. What is a sigil? A sigil is an algorithm or a mathematical equation to unlock something within you. So find a deity or energy you want to work with, find the sigil, draw it out, and charge it up on your altar or with your own sexual fluids, however you want. There's no, again, test it out and see what works. Let me see. Have you found conscious people on the street? No, it depends on what you mean by conscious, because to me, majority of Cali is, if you want to say conscious, hold on, it's getting pretty dark, okay. If you want to say conscious, majority of the people in Cali are conscious, meaning they know that, the government is trying to fuck them over and, these jobs is bullshit. They know that much, so they're not walking around here stupid because they smoke weed. So, yeah, you have some people walk up to you, they smoking weed, they'll let you hit the herb, you have a conversation with them, and yeah, there are people definitely conscious here. There's more people conscious here than anywhere else. I feel the most conscious people are here, and I guess just the West Coast, I guess because the weed is legal, so it got people thinking deeper. But people smoke everywhere, so, but they wouldn't really be on the streets. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about the people that's, preaching and all. I'm just people that, they may spark some shit up. And you know what I mean? Y'all have a conversation and it'll go way deeper than you realize. So yeah, I would say there's many, many people conscious. Let me see. Everybody except America was original. I don't even know what that means. What do you mean everybody except America? That makes no sense, man. Where do deities reside and how come, let me move my hand, and how come they're so open to humans? Shout out to French, definitely shout out from French, bro. Shout out to French. Work out in nature, definitely work out in nature. Have I astral traveled lately? Yeah, I went to sleep I went to a park downtown LA. I was just sleeping on the land. Like, you see like this patch of grass you see right here, I just laid down and I was having vivid dreams, insanely vivid. I'm like, what the fuck? It was basically, if I can remember correctly, it's like I was in a house full of rats. Like they took over the house, right? Right, it was ants and rats. I was in a house full of ants and rats. They literally took this shit over, but it was people still living in the house. And I'm just looking around like, y'all just let this shit happen? And they're just standing around like they don't understand what I'm talking about. I'm like, what the fuck? What are y'all doing? But then I realized they're organized. I'm like, wait a minute, because if you look up the animal totem of ants, their main thing is about organization. If you look up mice, it's all about organization and moving in silence. So it wasn't about the actual rats, it's about they are working together in unison, creating synergy for the whole environment. And the people, because they just letting the shit happen, you know what I mean? To me, again, this is kind of what inspired this video. That dream, like I had that astral projection of that dream, that's kind of what inspired this in the first place. This is why I'm talking about technology and why people are just so unconscious of the real matrix or the real reality. So that kind of inspired this to be 100% real. Now what does it say? Okay, getting back to your question. Where do deities reside and how come they're so open to humans? They are within you. Like I just said, they are mathematical equations. For example, the deity Osiris, the god of the underworld, is talking about your third eye. So if you drew a sigil for Osiris, and you walk around with this sigil, you charge the sigil up, and you are wanting to connect with Osiris in the dream world, in the spirit realm. This is you opening up an aspect of yourself. Study your moon sign. What is your moon sign in your natal chart? If you study your moon sign, that'll give you even more insight into how to work with certain deities. Once you understand what energy they connect with, you got moon gods, you got sun gods, you have wind gods, fire gods, lightning gods, thunder gods, sexual gods, fertility gods, money gods, you know what I mean? Whatever, right? But they all resonate with something about us. They're so open to humans because they are tools invented by us, by ancestors, people who came before us, tools to help us understand us. We are the highest level of creation. So everything here on this earth is to help us understand us, right? Hopefully that made sense to you motherfuckers. Shout out for London, definitely. Shout out to everybody from around the world that checked me out. That let me know I'm working hard. You know, I got people watching from all around the planet, you know. That means something to me. I don't take that lightly. I don't take it for granted. That's why I go so hard. You know what I mean? So I definitely appreciate each and every one of you who tune in from here. I know it's people here in Cali. Special shout out to you people that's in California. Special shout out to you people that's in America. Special shout out to you in all around the world. So hold on, let me let this shit pass. So, I know, you know, I'll be popping up randomly with these live streams, so I try to answer as many questions as I can, you know, because I know this is an opportunity for you to ask whatever the fuck you want to ask. So let me see where I'm at. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. How to charge it up? Watch my video on how to make an altar. Watch the video, then place your sigil on the altar for it to be charged. Simple as that. What do you think about fruitarian raw food diet? It just depends on the way you think. See, this is the big thing with that is people try to, what is the phrase? People try to have their cake and eat it too. What do I mean by that? In one breath, you say mind over matter. Then the next minute you say, oh, we gotta eat healthy. I thought mind was over matter, motherfucker. Which way is it? What way you wanna have it? It's either mind over matter. It's either one or the other. They don't make sense when you piece them together. Because in one breath you say, oh, it's mind over matter. You know, your mind is all. But then you say, we got to eat healthy. Why do you have to eat healthy if it's mind over matter? Your mind should be able to outweigh anything that you put into your body. But everybody don't think like that. Everybody's, oh, we got to eat organic and we got to eat this way, eat that way. But I thought mind is all. I thought everything is coming from within you. Oh, they put GMOs in the food. I thought mind was over matter. You see what I mean? If mind is over matter, fuck what you eat. Eat what you like to eat. That's what makes you happy, right? Because if it's really mind over matter, food should not even be in your discussion. You should be strictly thinking about alchemy, not about what the fuck you're eating or not eating. Now again, if you eat something that don't make you feel good or that you feel like it's slowing you down or shutting you down, then stop eating it. But other than that, it's mind over matter. If you are alchemist, then be an alchemist. But if you are a spiritualist, be a spiritualist. Make the fucking choice. I'm smoking a blunt, working, listening to you, fully connect 2 different dimensions. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Definitely shout out to everybody that's smoking a fucking herb. Cause that's definitely, yeah, in the dark, gazing at the sun, you know, getting through your day at work, smoking shit before work, doing work, after work. You ain't letting nothing stop you from doing whatever you gotta do, making money. You know what I mean? Get your hustle on, you know, get your spirituality on. Definitely shout out to everybody who's holding it down, you know, taking care of your kids. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Teaching them the right ways, teaching them what you didn't know as a kid, getting them on the right track. You know what I mean? Real shit. Everybody who's out here who got kids and that's putting their kids up on game so their kids is prepared to deal with this world. Shout out to you. Special shout out to you that you know, because most kids not gonna have what they gonna have. Because again, we're in the 21st century, so technology in this information age is this is what's really out here. All this, you know, go to college 4 years about some shit you don't care about, you know, buy a house and all that, that's done. Raise your child to have true knowledge and to travel this world and to connect with people from all over this planet so they can see what's really real, so they can go all the way from the African jungles, you know, to the beaches of California. And they have actual experience, not just reading a bunch of books, sitting in the fucking class when they have actual real life experience. That original shit, traveling, getting knowledge from the original people from foreign lands, speaking 5, 6 different languages. Get what I'm saying? Being a polymath, I think that's what it's called, a polymath, where you just know how to do all type of shit. You know what I mean? Being a genius, creating the new geniuses to be able to expand beyond anything and all things. Definitely, I respect you too. White, silver, 1111. Shout out to you, bro. Do you think fasting is the best way for Macabre? Fasting is like a free and an easy way to connect with your spirituality. Like if you ain't trying to spend all this money on organic food, and you know, you don't want to be spending all your money up on weed and you know drugs and all that. If you just want a natural, quick, organic way to do it, then fasting is basically the quickest way to do it. And after you fast for about 3-4 days, then start doing urine therapy. Because at that point, your urine should be clear of all the bullshit that may be in there. It should be clear, no problems. Study urine therapy, drink that shit. And that's actually better than anything else. Better than smoking weed, better than sun gazing, better than going in the dark, drinking your own fluids. But that's only for if you can handle that shit. Most people just fucking, their stomach turn when they hear shit like that. But you know, that's why you have different options. For people that don't want to do that, keep smoking your weed. You get what I'm saying? Hold on. Like Dragon Ball Z? Exactly. Damn, I hope you can say these mainstream musicians. What do you mean? They don't need to be saved. If anything, they showing us what's really real. They showing us how to really get money in this digital age. They are the new kings. The musicians and the youngins of today, fuck, you know, they on lean and they on drugs. They ain't talking about shit in their music. You have to decode it. What do I mean by that? If all you hearing in music is bitch, hoe, I'm getting money, fucking your bitch, then that's all you're hearing. Because when I listen to this shit, I'm hearing all type of different shit. I don't hear that. What do I mean? Like, what do you mean you don't hear it? Of course they're saying the words, but they speak in code. They speak in code. So if you can't get past the surface, then you got to go deeper into what's really being said. Why? Because they don't fuck with any. Basically, they are the rebels. They are the people that everybody inspired to be. Why is that? Because they speak in code. They are occultists. But you gotta. That's why I always say, shout out to the youngins. Shout out to anybody that's out here getting bread. You know what I mean? Shout out to these motherfucking skateboarders. You know what I mean? That just don't give a fuck, apparently. Shout out to all you motherfuckers. The mind is all. What does it mean when you see 11 everywhere? This is a day of the 11 as well. This is the 11th day, the day of the 11. It's a number of the moon. 1 plus 1 is 2. So take it back to what I was saying about the pineal gland earlier, and you can piece it together. It's an awakening. It's a calling for you to get back into yourself. Get back into your third eye, secrete that DMT, study your dreams more, and you can say, be firm and be committed to your lifestyle and your path, regardless of whatever you have to do outside of it. How do you avoid being trapped in polarity? You just got to do things that relieve stress. I'm not going to say it's easy. You know what I mean? I'm just like everybody else. If a motherfucker punch me in my face, I'm going to want to punch him back too. You get what I'm saying? So you're gonna have those elements, but in terms of polarity, it's not that you avoid it because you can't avoid it. You can't avoid polarity. If you are trying to manifest success, simultaneously you are manifesting your failure. What do I mean by that? That don't make no sense, right? Allow me to clarify. If you are manifesting success, you are manifesting the very thing that will lead you to your failure if you allow it as well. Meaning, you are trying to manifest your greatest success, but in the process of manifesting your greatest success, you will also manifest your greatest failure. And that will be the challenge you will have to face you will have to basically kill your older self or your lower self in order to take the body of your new self. So I spoke in code. If you can get that, then you got the jewel. If not, it just went over your head. So it's okay to have kids nowadays. It just depends. If you are of the Gnostic approach, where you feel like having kids is just trapping them into this bullshit, then no. If you don't have kids and you ain't thinking about having kids, then don't have these motherfuckers. Because it's going to make your life harder. But if you a type of person that enjoy being amongst kids and if that's something you desire in your heart, then why not? It's all about what you want, because to be a teacher, to be a guide to somebody, to aid somebody in their spiritual path is the most honorable thing you can do. So if you are of that mindset, to be a guide to a soul that may be lost in the soul seeking guidance, and you want to be that guy, you want to be that shining torch for somebody else, then have at it. Let us know the mixtape is done. That one song was lit. Absolutely. We gonna get it in. See, I just gave y'all a little taste. See, motherfuckers be getting this shit twisted. You think because I do this little YouTube shit, I'm not connected to the streets and I know what's really going on. But again, I can't reveal everything I do all at one time. So I try to mix it in, but not try to overwhelm you. Like, all right, let me do the videos. Occasionally I may drop a song. Occasionally I may drop a dance video. Occasionally I may do some extra shit. You know what I mean? So I sprinkle little pieces of everything just to keep it balanced. Where do we get knowledge from if we don't get it from someone else, if we don't think for ourselves? Why wouldn't you think for yourself? And if you don't have a teacher, you can get it from nature. Nature is the first teacher, right? If you don't have a master teacher, look to nature. That's knowledge right there. If you can understand the science of the palm tree, that's knowledge. You can get knowledge from observing. Actually, let me see if I can go up close. I can go up close. Let's go up close. You can get knowledge straight from nature. Hold on. Let me see. Let's go up to this palm tree right now. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me turn this camera around. Now look at this. Just study how it changes. You see the dirt. You see how it starts. You see it's all rough right here. It's rough. All right? This material's rough. Then it starts to shape out like this. Right? You see the patterns? That's science. What does that mean? Then as you go up, it changes again. You see that? The crown? What does that look like? What does that look like? What are you staring at right now? That looks very familiar if you know what you're looking at. That looks very familiar. But I'm speaking in code, so you only gonna get that if it's meant for you to get it. You don't have a master teacher, let nature be your teacher. I can drink sperm too. Yeah, you can drink sperm, of course. You know what I mean? So there's no limits when it comes to spirituality in terms of what's good for you and what's not. I guess it's starting to get a little dark, so let me start going over here. See, yeah, this is long as fuck, you see? Let me keep answering these questions. So you don't need to change your diet as fast for as long as you can? Okay, let me further clarify that. Give me 1 second, let me walk back down here. See, I'm going in today. You see, I'm fasting today, so you see I got an extra energy and I'm extra clear. My mind is extra clear. So we're gonna go in. Give me 1 second to go down here so it won't be too dark. So you just ain't staring at a dark figure. I know I may be a little bit behind the questions, but we're gonna answer. Okay, this is good right here. This is good right here. No, you do not have to change your diet. Again, if mind is all, where does changing your diet come into play? It doesn't. Or that's just like, you can't wear black no more, you should wear white. Because white is a more spiritual color because it reflects light. You know? Change your diet if that's what you feel you need to do. But it's not necessary. It's not necessary. That's more of a spiritualist than a metaphysician or an alchemist. So you just make the decision as opposed to in terms of what you want to do. Boom. So many layers of info in the music, that's what I mean. Music has many layers. It could be 9 layers, it could be 13 layers. You have to decode it. What's your take on DMT? I talked about DMT earlier. It's secreted from the third eye, and that's what helps your dreams get more vivid. If you want to tap more into your DMT fast, and you will have super vivid dreams. Fast for 3 days, no food, no water, and you will definitely be tapping into your third eye. What's the code? I can't reveal it. Remember, if it's for you, you will understand it. If it's not for you, it's going to go over your head. But you see, I'm speaking in plain terms, but it's still things to decode. It's for you to marinate on it, and you have to go into the dark corner, smoke your weed, and you figure out what it means. Meditate on it. Meditate on it. You will see what it means. I got a gift, but too scared to take it all the time. Wait, what you mean? The freestyle doctor, what you mean you got a G of it, but too scared to take it all the time? What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean by that. The number of Satan or Inky? What about that? What about the number of Satan? Yo, what up, back from hiatus? Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for watching, my brother. How do you astral travel successfully? Fast. 3 days. Fast for 3 days. You will have to stop yourself from fasting because you're having too many vivid dreams. So fast for 3 days. What does 33 mean? It's a number of the master teacher in numerology. It's when you get past the 11 and past the 22. So you say the master awakener or the master, and you know, it's several ways to say it. First you become enlightened or awakened, then you build, then you teach. Meaning I had to get the knowledge, build the platform, then speak. It goes in that order. You get the knowledge, build the platform, then you speak. So 33 is when you speak and when you teach and when you give back using your verbals, your higher chakras to give back. But of course it's way deeper than that. That's just, you know, an introduction. But study numerology and you will get way more infinite layers. Let's see. The Weeknd killed his ego in the Starboy video? Maybe he did. But what does that mean? What is the spiritual significance of it? And how do you kill your ego? You can't kill your ego. Your ego cannot die. Contrary to popular belief, you cannot kill your ego. Contrary to popular belief, I'm sorry to break it to you, but your ego cannot die. You know, you just hit us with a law and unlock the matrix. Hey, that's what I'm here to do. I hear the menstrual blood is sacred and has spiritual benefits. You are correct, sir. If you're brave enough, have you a sip of it. When do you write down your intentions? Do you start with what I want or what I have? You give thanks for what you have and you write down what you desire and write down what you give. Write down what you desire, write down what you will give, and be thankful for everything that happened in that order. Where can I find your music? It's on my page. It's a couple videos back. I don't have a bunch of music on YouTube. I just started to record again. But it's a couple videos back. It's called Zephyr, L Fresh as Hell. It's just one song though. Hey King, what's up? What is it? What's up? Damn, I'm 10 minutes behind the comments. Yeah, you see when you answer these questions, I'm like 10 minutes behind, so apologies, but I'm trying to get through it. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. Does your birth name give us personality traits such as in numerology? Absolutely. My birth name, Cortez, breaks down to the number 6, the number of Venus. And if you look at my earlier YouTube videos, you see how artistic they used to be, putting the music in the background, creating the art, because that's just how I naturally am. So that's a perfect example. So yeah, whatever vibration your name vibrates to has an effect. So it's different if you vibrate to Venus than you vibrating to Mars, or you're vibrating to Jupiter or Mercury, or you know, if you even understand what I'm talking about. Each name has a vibration. So yes. Water teaches, trees teaches, absolutely. From the root to the crown, from the crown to the root, bro. It's in reverse. But I told y'all that years ago, go from the crown down. So if you've been fucking with me but you already know what that is. You may be new, bro, but it's from the crown down. Reverse it. The pituitary to the root chakra, not the root chakra to the pituitary. And if you understand what I mean by that, it'll make sense to you. Where should I be getting the ganja from? From pharmacies with super high TH level or naturally grown? Be as natural as possible. If you don't have a natural connect, you can get it. You know, it depends on how you feel. You may buy weed from somebody and the weed, it makes you feel, it ain't getting you high like it's supposed to, then don't fuck with it. But make sure you know how you're supposed to feel when you get high. And as long as you are getting that feeling, you good. If it starts to alter in any way, then you know you're dealing with something that you really shouldn't be fucking with. So you have to, it's based on, you have to do your own personal trials and tribulations. Shout out from Egypt. Oh, you already know, definitely mad shout out to Egypt. All we be talking about is Egyptian shit. Egyptian mysteries and temples and all type of shit. And, you know, whole America is built off of that shit. So shout out to Egypt. How can you protect your energy during sex? I mean, okay. How can you protect your energy during sex? I mean, if you having sex, why do you feel the need to protect your energy? That's my question. If you're opening yourself up to a particular person, why do you feel the need to be protected against that person? Unless, let's just say if it was somebody who was a prostitute who's having sex with men for money, that would be, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's a way to protect your energy. But if you're talking about your partner, I don't think you need to protect yourself from your own sexual partner. Unless that's what you're trying to do. If that's what you're trying to do, then definitely let me know. But I don't think you should have to protect yourself if you're having sex with your mate. Preventing someone from taking your energy or leaving energy during sex. Again, if you even feel that way, if you even feel like you need to protect yourself during sex, you shouldn't be fucking that person. That's the first thing. You shouldn't even be fucking, again, unless that's somebody's profession. If it's your profession, not saying you, but if anybody, if that's your profession. So I just answered the question like that. If you are in the profession of having sex with people that you're not connected with on an intimate level or on a love level, and you need to protect yourself, again, mind over matter. For one, mind over matter. For two, cleanse, fast, urine therapy. I'm gonna keep saying the same things because it's like a one size fits all answer. Disease cannot exist in an alkaline body. This is why most people be on the diet shit anyway. Disease cannot exist in the alkaline body. But what that means is, if you feel acidic, fast. Use urine therapy. Your urine dissolves mucus in your body. So if you are fasting and you're doing urine therapy, you are raising the vibration to kill whatever disease or whatever thing that may have entered your body or that could enter your body. So before you even enter into any act, make sure that you are already on a higher plane so that you don't even have to think about shit like that. If you're already on the level, you don't even have to think about protecting yourself because you already protected ahead of time. The unk? Well, what about the unk? Oh, okay, he's talking about DMT. Okay, I see what you're talking about, bro. I see what you're talking about. Let me see. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. You already explained it? Okay, yeah, I pretty much did. We'll be in the future if you're brave. That's why I always say that. I always say, if you brave. Because it ain't just going to be no, hey, let's meet up and smoke. You can do that with anybody. No, let's meet up and go climb on top of the Staples Center. You see this? That's what the fuck I want to do. And let's smoke one there. Let's smoke one on top of that S. See if you can handle that shit. Be high and conquering your fear of heights. You know, doing some legit shit like that. Let's see what we got else. Isn't a man drinking menstrual blood a love potion? It's an ingredient in a love potion. It's not a love potion in and of itself. It's an essential ingredient, I might add. But it don't necessarily have to be just strictly about love, but it can be a love potion. They say if you do it from the crown down, you may go crazy because you're not grounded enough to handle what you're experiencing. Who is they? Watch they. Who are they to be saying such things? Who are they? And why would they say that? That's the real question. Psychic defense for empaths. Knowledge. It's knowledge. Study. The more studies you are, the more you know, the less people can come at you with bullshit. And if they do come at you with bullshit, do not reveal that you're an empath. See, people be so quick to say, oh, I'm into this or I'm this way. Don't fucking let nobody know you're an empath to even give them a way into your defenses. Keep to yourself. Be alone. Don't be around humans. You shouldn't even really like humans if you claim to be on a godly level. What the fuck are you doing hanging around humans unless you're healing them? If you're not healing humans, do you just hanging with humans? That's when you got to worry about psychic defense and protecting yourself from fucking and all that, because you're dealing with humans. That's the problem. Hold on, let me let this pass. If you're not dealing with humans, you don't have to think about things like that. And again, there's a lot of spiritual posers as well. There's a lot of people who claim to be spiritual but really not. But you will be able to peep that if you are the real deal, you can peep who real and who not. So if they're not real, you shouldn't even be dealing with them. So instead of trying to protect yourself, be alone more. Don't try to find the spiritual community and all that, and fuck all that. The spiritual community is your body and your temple. That's your spiritual community. You don't need nobody else. Fuck them bitches and them niggas. Anyway, how can I build an astral temple in my dreams? Do exactly that. Build an astral temple in your dreams. Do exactly what you just said. And watch what happens. Do exactly what you just said. Build an astral temple in your dreams. That's how you do it. Do exactly what you said. Kundalini activated while I was driving. Did you make it to your destination? That's what I want to know. Did you make it to your destination? In your free time, I recommend listening to Charles Manson interview to show a really good example of law of polarity amongst other laws and so forth. Charles Manson, isn't that the killer? Oh yeah, another thing about Charles Manson, that's what shut down the 60s counterculture. Because if we know our history, hopefully some of us do, in the 60s it was all about the counterculture. Motherfuckers were smoking weed, doing LSD, making their psychedelic music, fuck the system, fuck the government. How did they stop all that? They got Charles Manson. He was the hippie. He killed motherfuckers. After they shut him down, motherfuckers started getting jobs again. They started passing laws. LSD it was illegal and all that. So that shut down the whole 60s counterculture. Just as a little quick jewel to add on to that as well. I was always drained for days after with an ex, choosing to abstain for sex from now. Interesting. You know, now you know better, right? That's all it is. If you with a person that drains you like that, you're dealing with a human. Humans drain you of your godly and your goddess essence, because they be on that low vibrational bullshit. Stay the fuck away from humans. They do not have your best interests at heart. Keep game. Any benefits to celibacy? Not that I know of. Because the only people that are celibate is nuns and people who had a bad sexual experience and then, I'm not doing that no more. But you're not celibate because you don't like sex. You celibate because of something that happened. So I don't see no benefits of not having sex. Now I'm not saying go out and fuck everybody. I say be chaste. Be chaste is you just waiting for a particular scenario instead of saying celibate. There's a difference. To say you're celibate is to say you're not fucking even if the opportunity presents itself. To say you're chaste is I'm not fucking till the opportunity presents itself. Learn the difference. Language is key. Sex is the only word I can see spelled on my keyboard. That's interesting, right? pulled over and let it do what it do? All right, long as you good, bro. Long as you good. Is Jehovah the demiurge? Absolutely. Good thinking. All right. My phone about to die soon. Yeah, that's what anyway, yeah, I'm about to get up off here. An hour and 30 minutes. We went in. Hopefully I answered everybody's questions. You know, I gave you the visuals. I gave you the technology. I gave you the information. Watch this shit again if you missed it. We out this motherfucker. Oh, let me answer this last question and we out this motherfucker. Could you really manifest anything and everything you want? Absolutely. Who said you can't? Right? It's just all about what is it that you really want? And why do you want it? Do you want it because you saw somebody else have it? Or do you want it because you have a spiritual connection to it? That's the difference. Most people only want things because they saw other people with it. Oh, I want the Lamborghini because I saw the hip hopper with that Lamborghini. Oh, I want the nice fancy stuff because I saw this shit in the music videos. Or I saw it in the TV show. You don't really know what that shit means. All that is symbolic. All that shit means something in the spirit realm. So it's about what is it that you really want and why do you want it. You have to really know what you want and why you want it and what it means to you. That's the difference between this randomly wanting shit. Or I just want material shit just to have it. It has to be a little deeper than that. Read, think, and grow rich, basically, you know. The Dallas brothers be killing you. Would you ever fight one of them? I don't even know I don't know who that is. I want a motorcycle to ride through the side of the coast. Well, ain't nothing stopping you from getting a motorcycle. Absolutely not. You know, get you a motorcycle and cruise. That's definitely something realistic, right? That's something that you can see yourself doing. Activate your imagination, activate your visuals, activate your DMT, and manifest that motherfucking motorcycle. You know what I mean? Do whatever you gotta do. You're one of my favorite people. Definitely shout out to you, bro. What about the body? What do you mean, what about the body? What do you mean? Now I get up off here, I know. All right, I'll give people about 3 minutes. Listen to Charles Manson, the music. So appreciate the Jews, bro. Definitely, you know what I mean? Thanks for everybody who listen, who will listen in the future, and who will listen in the future. Because who knows how long these videos will exist, right? Just imagine if YouTube around in 2100, you know? That's how the fuck I'm thinking. I'm thinking, if people still listen to these videos, not just mine, but anybody's videos, 100 years from now, what would these motherfuckers doing in 2017? Well, now you motherfuckers know. Just for the future. Now you see what we was doing. Now you see what we was on. Now you see what we were talking about. And we make history. This is history in the making. So for the future ancestors, peace to y'all. So definitely, I listen to your shit every day. Keep listening, man. I got way more shit to reveal. This is just scratching the surface. So with that, I say peace. Definitely, everybody. All is mine.